Have you ever encountered anything strange while on a boat? Once my family of three went on a cruise for vacation. I was 10 years old and couldn't sit still. My parents wanted to go to the ship's bar, but they couldn't take kids inside, so they left me in the children's area where there were staff watching. I met two girls my age, one named Xiao Ai and the other Xiao Li. While we were chatting, Xiao Li suddenly said, "Let's play hide and seek." She told Xiao Ai to count first, then grabbed me and said, "I know a perfect hiding spot where Xiao Ai will never find us." As soon as Xiao Ai closed her eyes, Xiao Li pulled me to the end of the corridor, opened a door, and pointed to a staircase, saying, "Go down." I hesitated because I remembered the staff saying before we boarded that only staff were allowed in that area. But Xiao Li kept pleading, and I gave in and followed her. It was pitch black at the bottom of the stairs. We fumbled around in the dark, and as we turned a corner, we saw a big wooden door covered in dust. The wood was cracked, and a foul smell like bones wafted out. Thinking back now, these were all danger signs, but at the time, we were foolishly brave and pushed the door open. It creaked as it opened, and inside was so dark you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. Xiao Li took a small flashlight out of her pocket, and as the beam swept across the floor, we heard Xiao Ai shouting from afar, "I see you!" We covered our mouths and giggled, thinking, "She must be bluffing. There's no way she can find us here." But as we laughed, Xiao Li suddenly stood up and said, "I'm going to scout ahead." She took the flashlight and left, leaving me alone in the dark to guard the door. As soon as she left, the silence around me became terrifying. I could even hear my own heartbeat. Just a few seconds passed, and suddenly, Xiaoli's scream pierced the darkness, followed by the sound of thudding footsteps, like someone running frantically. It was Xiao Li. She rushed over and grabbed my hand, and we scrambled out of there, running back to the children's area in one breath. Xiaoli's face was as white as a sheet, and tears were welling up in her eyes. Gasping for breath, I asked, "What happened?" She shivered and said, "I didn't really want to play hide and seek. Last night, while I was in bed, I heard strange clicking noises coming from below, keeping me up all night. I just wanted to come down and check it out. I didn't expect that when I shone my flashlight into a corner, there was a woman as thin as a stick, with hair like a bird's nest and eyes that were terrifyingly large, grinning without any teeth. Her clothes were tattered, and even the parts that weren't torn were covered in blood. When she saw me, she crawled on the ground like a dog, coming towards me. From that day on, this cruise trip was ruined. Xiao Li never came back to the children's area, and I had nightmares every night about that toothless woman crawling under my bed. Thankfully, the ship docked soon, and I finally escaped. That ghost ship.